I think Megan rubbed off on me.
Whoa, that is a wild thing to say.
Slope,
right as I push start streaming.
Start live.
Yeah.
Megan was rubbing me down last night. No.
What are the odds?
Yeah, right. Hey, these days, few and far between, my friend.
I feel you, brother. Yeah.
But yeah, man. Shit. So we're live.
Yeah.
All right.
Are
you nodding your head? Sorry, I was looking down.
Yes, I believe so. I'm waiting on.
Okay, let me put my pants back on then.
Start because I'm not seeing this up here. There's usually a little bit of a delay, but not this long. Okay,
yeah, I don't see anything.
We're good.
Hey, for real. Sorry about the sticker slip up. By the way.
Like, oh no, dude.
I know. But
it is one of these things that it is.
He's gonna see.
He's
it.
going to see it everywhere.
Yeah.
And like I said, I want to teach discretion. Yeah. I don't want to teach like abstinence kind of shit. You know.
I have a sticker on my water bottle, and Finn was spinning my water bottle around and looked, and he was like, "Does this say fuck?" And we were like, "Oh." And he's like, "What's this mean?" And it says, "I don't fuck Republicans." And we're like, "It's not. You don't. Hey, we can't. It's not, we can't do it now."
Oh man. Yeah. So that was awesome.
I had a friend the other day see it, and he was like, "No," he's kind of a newer friend. He was like, "No, like I'm a Republican," and I was like, "Yeah, and I'm not gonna fuck you." I didn't say that. He's a really nice guy, but I was just like, "Yeah, I've done my time. I'm not doing that anymore." I was like, I can have friends who are, but no.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know what? Full disclosure, I'm not.
No,
but that wasn't where I was going with that. Anyway,
you're not fucking Republican.
No, I'm not a Republican. So I will die. I will take it to my grave. I will never belong to a party. Period. I will vote.
Isn't that a party in and of itself?
No,
well,
it's called undecided.
In and of itself.
In and of itself. Boom.
Yeah. It's called undecided. Now, you could call undecided people.
Isn't that politically agnostic? But that's not a party.
Oh.
I mean, I feel like we're ant fucking at this
point. We are. By the way, Brandon, thanks for tuning in early. Apparently, he's been waiting on us, and that makes me feel warm inside.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, Brandon, I'm sorry, dude.
Some podcasting.
Makes me feel.
Man, hey.
Nice.
Good luck with your trip to the beach, man. Yeah, I know. Look, you're getting Larry all hot and bothered, Brandon. Come on, bro.
Warm. I'm about to go do a lap on that fucking thing over there.
No. I apologize. Today was my fault. My son has just been on one, and I already feel silly in regards to like. I don't even know what.
Get silly.
Had a couple drinks. Get silly?
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Sorry. Anyway, sorry for interrupting.
No. All good, dude. But anyway, we need to start the episode so that I can record. You ready?
Yep.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, record. Damn. And by the way, all files that Larry sent this week were fucking the bee's knees.
Hooray!
So I don't know if you just like spazzed and like that one week and you just like exported like 3 things and
I'm telling you, dude, there were
played
2
Russian roulette with what you sent me, or
there were 2 recordings and it was just a 1 episode week, and I was like, why? But I was like, fuck it, I'm tired. Before
dude, I've been there.
Before we recorded last week, I just reformatted the card, so that helped. There was nothing else in there.
Cool. Good deal. All right. Let's go ahead and kick this bad boy off. I have a story. I want to hear about your guys' weeks. Okay. And yeah. So all right, here we go. What is up, everybody? You have just tuned into the Tether Radio podcast, the only podcast keeping you from spiraling out into the infinite abyss. I'm your host, Daniel, and I am joined, as always, by my lovely, fantastic, incredible,
Really building this up a lot.
two co-hosts, Allie and Larry.
That was a lot.
Oh, Brandon said he's about to hit Bucky's.
Oh my God, get some Bucky Nuggies, dude. If you can handle the heat, do the white cheddar habanero, my friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know
Oh,
what I
man, I love
forgot?
that
I go
shit.
through phases where I'm like, you're not allowed to buy this snack anymore because you eat all of it so fast.
I do that.
What the fuck is the brand?
Oh no. Describe it.
The really
I
good
can help.
popcorn. It's called like, is it Smart Food?
Smart
Yeah,
food.
Smart
It's
Food.
smart food. I promise. I buy it like when it goes on
The
sale.
white cheddar dog.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Oh my god!
And I
I'm
can
like,
do half to 2/3 of a bag each time.
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you're not
It's
allowed.
popcorn.
The party size bag was on sale if I bought 2, and I was like, no.
You're like, what happens if I buy 4? Holy shit, are they gonna give it to me for free? Well, dude, but they make it these days that it's like, oh, you buy 2 bags for $10, or you can have 4 bags for $8.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who the fuck is buying 2 bags?
If
For
nothing
one
else,
bag.
I will buy the cheaper one and give some of it away. Like if I don't
Yes.
need that much, or like I'm not gonna go through it, or I don't have the space for it, or whatever. Like,
Absolutely. No, dude, I crunch numbers on chips all the time. It is.
I just crunch chips, dog.
Just crunch.
That's how you gotta do it. I just crunch.
Just out
Well,
here
so
crunching.
I crunch numbers on chips so that I can then crunch the chips
Sure.
guilt free.
Sure.
You know, so something else that I pick up at Bucky's all the fucking time, combos, but
Combos.
specifically the
Gonorrhea.
cracker
Oh,
cheddar,
my bad.
cracker cheddar, the blue bag, because you cannot find it anywhere. Everybody's got the pretzel fucking cheddar, not pretzel fucking cheddar.
Well,
but, you know, honestly, I'd favor that too.
yeah.
But and then they have the pizza.
Yeah, you see the pizza all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like those two for some reason are like fucking, you know. Anyway.
Yeah,
Uh,
100%.
Perfect.
Great.
Perfect.
well, so wait, what were you gonna say, Larry?
Brandon wants to know if that shit's hot.
It's not gonna. No, it shouldn't like kneecap you, but like, I mean, you might want to have a drink on hand. It builds, but it's fucking
And
tasty.
like for you, you're in a Bucky's and they sell a lot of beverages.
Dude, get an icy while you're at it.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Plus, they sell like fucking like pineapple icy. Which, what? When did that happen?
Pina colada? Come on, man.
Yeah, but this is just pineapple.
Oh, just
like it's not pina colada. It's like, dude, they have icy flavors that the icy brand doesn't know exists. I'm like, dude, you walk into
guys heard
Bucky's,
about
it's a
pineapples?
fucking time continuum. Oh, is that the pina?
so it's not
Hey,
just
I'm
a
about to give you the pina.
it's not just a decoration on the front yard, you know.
There you go.
It's got many uses.
Oh my God. Holy hell. Welcome to episode 303 of the Tether Radio podcast. If you're hearing us jabber on about Bucky's and what they have to offer, then guess what? We're sorry and you're welcome. So
You made it.
You made it. You made it here, friends. So how are you guys' weeks going?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh,
I bought a car today.
You know that?
I need a car.
So did I, dog. They totaled mine, so I didn't have one. So
Bro, for me getting
yeah, they
broken
ended
in.
up totaling it.
I got hit. I
Oh,
was
yeah,
in
yeah,
an
yeah, yeah,
accident.
Yeah. Okay. In the parking lot.
I
In the
love-
parking lot, right?
No.
Question.
On the road.
When did this
Accident.
happen?
A month ago. Hello?
I'm sorry.
I didn't
But,
know
like,
about this.
Did you
Yes,
wait?
you did. You've been on the podcast.
Did you wait? My question is, did you think they totaled her car because someone broke into it?
That's why I was like, what?
Is that
I remember you saying something about leaving your car overnight, and that was a towing story, wasn't it? When you're, I
Yep.
don't-
That was because my car got in an accident and wasn't drivable. It wasn't broken in.
Yeah.
But hey, you know what she remembered to do before she got it towed? She put the bumper on.
Look, man.
I'm kidding.
I have a wild thing. Anyway, so, okay. Sorry, I forgot about that, Allie. I don't spaced out. So, what have you've been in a rental, I'm assuming, right?
No, I borrowed my mom's car.
Oh, okay. You probably already told me that.
Yes.
Yep.
Do you recall hearing about that? Okay. So, continue. Yep. Sorry. I'm here now.
They had it for almost a month, and then they were like, "It's actually we're gonna call it a total loss and write you a check for 10 grand more than we thought the initial repairs were gonna be."
Okay. I'll pick out a new car.
So went to test drive a car today and liked it a lot and fucking bought it. So good, done and dusted. Let's go.
I've been trying to go visit car dealerships all week, but haven't been able to because I don't have a car.
I was gonna say it's not within like
biking distance. No, dude. Okay, so
wait, hang on. You have to tell
the
listeners what you texted to us.
Okay, so this has been an ongoing thing for like 2.5 weeks now. My car decided to go down on my last day that I was on PTO. Like I had to go into the office the next day. I had all week to fucking break so that I could be home, take care of it. But no. So everything that I had to do was after hours.
Real quick. You know, like I just have like this mental image of like, you know, when the cars are dying on cartoons and it's like, you know, like, that's what I see happening.
Yes.
That's pretty much what happened, dude. It just petered out on me. So anyway, I had it towed to the house. I tried to mess with it a little bit. I got frustrated. I couldn't figure it out. So I was like, fuck it. I'm going to have it towed to the dealership, have them run a diagnostic and tell me what's wrong. So did that, kept my AAA that I signed up for and figured out that they had to wait, used it, got it towed to the dealership.
Nice.
So when I mentioned that I was working on it, I took my front bumper off, and then that's how it got towed to the dealership. Yeah. The driver got there and went up to the front desk and was like, "I got a car to drop off. It's this car right here." And she goes, "Oh, that's going to the body shop." Fuck. So she sent it over there. I called the next day to see what was going on, and she's like, "Oh, I sent it to the body shop because it didn't have a bumper." I was like, "Yeah, I took it off to work on it. I told the person this yesterday, whatever." She's like, "Okay, well, fine." I was like, "All right, cool." Then she transferred me to who I needed to speak to. Now, here's where I failed. I should have verified and confirmed that she was going to do something about the misplacement of my car. Because she did not. I called like 2 days later and I was like, "Hey, calling for an update on my car." And she's like, "Oh yeah, we've been meaning to find out. Is that supposed to be in the body shop?" I was like, "No, I told the last person it goes to service." So they finally moved it. This is like almost a week there. Right.
And then Yakety Sax started playing and they're just like towing your car around everywhere. Like
I'm hoping it's all like, obviously it's on the same dealership or whatever, but since it did not crank, it does not turn on. They had to push it, or whatever. Anyway, so I called the manufacturer corporate number and I was like, "Hey, the dealership told me that you guys give loaners."
You told us this whole story. Like, you know that, right? Like
No.
on the podcast, you told us this.
Oh, did I? Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Whole thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Daniel said he wanted me to tell everybody.
No,
Did
just about you and the text you sent us fucking an hour ago, dog.
No, I was talking about the bike.
Okay. My bad. I was going into my
I didn't
car.
realize what I asked for.
Okay,
This whole thing you've told.
Yeah, my bad. I was talking about the car.
I know, because I listen when you talk.
You should
didn't know I had a wreck. So
I'm looking and I'm just like, did I forget? Did I forget this?
Okay.
Am I having a strong?
No, it's not that not that I didn't listen. It's that I literally forgot.
Yeah, all good.
But
okay.
anyway,
so
thank you. You should have called me out sooner. So I sent the text.
So I thought there was going to be a change.
Yeah, something was changing. I was like, no, we're just telling it again.
It goes into how my week has been going. So I texted these fools. I was like, hey, riding the bike to the gas station. Wish me luck.
Your son's bike.
Yeah, my son's bike.
Right? I was just like, dude, it made me think of like Friday.
Yeah.
Like Debo kind of thing, you know, and just like rolling up and like trying to like, I'm assuming you probably bought some beverages.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, and then you got like one hand on the bar, you know, and like just like making it back, baby.
So here's the more interesting part about the whole ride. I thought that I'd forgotten how to ride a bike because I kept swerving everywhere. Turns out the tires were low on air. So any little turn that I would make would send the bike sliding from underneath me. So if you drove down Ebenezer this afternoon and saw a grown man struggling on a bicycle, that was me.
Jeez, dude. Wow. That's awesome.
Dude.
Hey, at least you didn't have to take that hill probably, right? Over near,
I walked
mountain?
I walked.
Did you?
I walked all the hills. So like anything that was
where's
level.
the closest? What isn't the closest thing to you like a Weigel's or something?
Yeah, about a mile out.
Yeah, it's fucking not close. I said the closest. All right. Well, so check this.
Yeah.
Let me tell you real quickly.
Yeah. Go ahead.
First of all, how was your Father's Day?
It was good. I forgot it was Father's Day until my son texted me to tell me Happy Father's Day. So,
that's nice.
And then you guys came in, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So Megan made some arrangements, and I got to go see a pharmacy buddy that like hadn't seen in forever. Any of the pharmacy friends that are listening, Treston, that's who I went to go see. It was awesome. Got to play board games, drink booze, and just hang out.
Yeah.
It was just really fun. Boatload of fun card games that I need to tell you about.
All right.
So,
I've started playing Trash at Orange Hat, and I'm like, let's fucking go.
Oh, no.
So what ended up happening after that? Let's see here. Monday was whatever. And then we get to Tuesday. I'm sorry. Rewind a little bit. Finn woke up on Sunday morning and had like this light rash kind of thing on his face and on the like around the elbows of his arms. Excuse me. And we were like, man, we got really hot. It was like everybody's sweaty and all that shit Saturday night because we did we went to a crawfish boil, which was fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Ate my weight in flipping crawfish and no regrets. Anyway, so we get up on Sunday and he's got this rash, you know, and we're like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. And then like he drinks some water and we get over to our friend's house and he vomits on their front porch one time. And it was like just water, like he just like it was almost like a motion sickness kind of thing.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay, that's weird. Doesn't act strange or off the entire rest of the day. So we drive home and we're like, you know what? We're gonna keep you out of the heat and stuff, and we're gonna like bathe you and try to keep you cool and all that jazz. So we get up Tuesday. And I had decided that if it hadn't resolved Tuesday, sorry, we went from Sunday to Tuesday.
Okay.
But yeah, so he went to camp on Monday. Everything's good, but like it wasn't like getting better. So I said Tuesday, if he gets up, we're gonna do something about it, like kind of thing. And so Tuesday he gets up, kind of looks the same, and I said, okay, I'm gonna keep him home from camp. I'm gonna like just keep him like cold and like clean, and hopefully this is gonna resolve because supposedly that is what resolves heat rash. So I end up I was trying to remember what we did I basically kept him inside all day, and I took him over to my folks' house so that I could get a bike ride in, and then I picked him up again and took him back to our house. He was just not being very great. And I get back from my parents' house, and I'm like, because I've been trying to shower him off, and I was planning on, since I kept him home, I'm going to do a boatload of laundry, because I'm hanging around the house inside. Get back to the house, and I say, Finn, come on, dude, like, get ready to take, like, a cool shower. I turn the water on. Nothing comes out.
Oh.
And I'm like, what? And so I turn it off. And I look at my phone because it has been a flipping morning already. I think we're at like around 12:30, 1 o'clock. And the people that are laying fiber for flipping Xfinity hit some kind of water line in the front of the neighborhood.
Yep.
And they had to cut off the water to the entire neighborhood to repair it. Which I understand that needs to occur, but
God
I'm like,
forbid they send an email or anything.
Thank you. We have a fucking HOA. We have an HOA president.
Yep.
And the worst part was, I find this out because Megan sends a screenshot of the HOA Facebook group that somebody posted, not the president. Somebody posted, and the president goes, "Oh yeah, there was a water leak in the front of the neighborhood."
Tell us.
It's like, dude, how difficult is it to get in there and just say, there's a water leak, in the front of the neighborhood. We're going to be without water for a little bit.
Yeah.
I fucking did it in 2 sentences. So I've got a child at the house that we think has fucking heat rash. Found out it wasn't. Apparently, he had some viral illness that there's some kind of after the fact thing that it's he's going to have a rash, but it's not contagious. He's not contagious in regards to the virus anymore. I don't know. I was just yeah, it was weird. Our son has been super healthy, but he just gets the weirdest shit. He'll get a fucking earwig or some shit.
Yeah.
And it's oh no, your son probably has an ear infection. It's no. They dug a bug out of his ear. That's what happened. So anyway, sorry, we record on Wednesdays. This past Tuesday, sucked the fattest, robust dick that has ever been sucked. So,
oh man.
I was so excited because I got my air fixed in my apartment last Thursday morning. And I was like, hell yeah. Yeah. And then an hour later, a local Geico dude called and was like, hey, we're going to call your car a total loss. And I was like, of course you are. Of course. Yeah, of course you are. Because I can't just have half of one day.
It's decent.
Be on the upswing.
Yeah.
It's been too much. It's been way too much.
Question though, did that kind of work out in your favor to a degree? I don't know.
What, the air?
No. The air absolutely did.
Yeah,
but,
I have the same. I have the same curiosity.
Yeah,
I would consider
honestly,
a total loss. Yeah.
I had my old car for 11 years. I was just under watching it flip to 100,000 miles when it got in an accident. I was maybe 200 miles shy. I was so sad I did not see it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so probably a good thing.
Yeah, and I've been
I know it sucks to car shop.
It sucks, but I was really lucky because I was finally gonna bite the bullet, and when I got the car back, I was gonna get my air fixed because I was having to have the whole system put. It was gonna be $1,800 or something.
Yeah.
And I hadn't done that yet. And then they totaled it, and I was like, let's fucking go.
Seriously. Oh my God.
So yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It did work out. Like, and it was, you know.
Yeah, it
a hassle.
No, it sucks, man. I'm telling you. Like, honestly, it was.
Well, there was something fucked up with my title, and like my bank had one thing wrong with it, and the dealer had another, and it was just all this back and forth. And the bank was basically like, "Well, we can't fix it because it's been so long," and I'm like, "No."
That's
like
not how this works.
You're gonna. I'm not just gonna not get the money that I'm owed for this car. Like you're gonna fix it.
Yeah.
And then at one point they're like, "Well, you and your ex will actually need to go to the DMV together and like get it." And I was like, "We're also not doing that.
Yeah.
We're not doing that. Y'all are gonna fix it. I'm not.
What?
And we're not involving him.
Yeah.
No.
Ugh, man.
So then I talked to enough people and they're like, "Oh yeah, we can fix it." And I'm like, "You fucking idiots." Yeah. Everybody is so stupid.
They're like, "God, son of a bitch. Daryl, you didn't click the box, dude. It was literally the box that says we can fix it, and you didn't fucking click it, dude. Come on,
But bless Geico. I was talking to Geico and I was like, "Can y'all call my bank and tell them what you're telling me?"
Yeah.
Because they're not listening when I tell them. And they're like, "Yeah, I can three-way call them in." I was like,
wow.
I love you. I love you so much.
Yeah. You're like, dude, I'm totally into three-ways.
Dude, I was on the phone with all of them for like an hour yesterday. Miette just glued herself to me and purred so loud and had to keep muting my speaker.
Dude, that's because she's trying to keep you like...
She knew.
She was trying to keep you calm.
I was texting Jordan. I was like, I am literally broke out in hives all over. I'm so fucking mad. Like, I'm not calling my ex to go to the DMV. Get so fucked.
Dude,
no.
This is the wild thing. It's like you pay all of this money for insurance and it never gets used.
No.
It never fucking gets used.
Yeah.
And then once you do need them, they're like, we're gonna do everything to fuck you.
When you need them the most.
They were really good. They were really good. It's just like it's just been a hassle overall.
No, I did.
Dude, I had the opposite experience of that with my car. Dude, so I got a call. I got a call today. Sorry, I was collecting my thoughts.
Wait a second, you're not gonna tell this story again.
No, I got.
Take the bumper off, right?
Take the bumper off now. We're just fucking.
I know. I got a call today from the Hyundai corporate office because dude was like, "Yeah, you're fucked. We're not covering this under any kind of recall or anything." I'm like, "All right, cool. Well, do you know if the car is running? Like, can you tell me?" That guy knew what was wrong with my car before I knew. Before I was informed, he was informed, right? It should not work that way. So he was telling me, he's like, "Yeah, they're recommending replacing the engine," and they're like, he's like, "It's knocking."
Wait, isn't that the main part of the car? Replacing the engine
feels like a big thing.
Yeah, I was like, "Can you give me more?"
It's like, dude, how is that not total?
I was like, can you give me more information? And he's like, I don't have any. You're going to have to call the dealership and ask to speak to them. So I did. And I got the adjuster or the representative that does warranty claims or whatever. He was like, yeah, your car needs a new engine. And it says here that it's knocking. I was like, oh, that's odd. I was like, so you guys get it running? And he's like, no, it's knocking. And I was like, okay, how did you know it was knocking? You need to run the engine so that you can hear it knock.
You can hear it knock.
Yeah. And then he's like, oh, hold on one second. Put me on hold. 5 minutes. Comes back, says, hey, can I give you a call here in like 15 minutes? I was like, yeah, sure. Hasn't called me. So like still waiting on the call back. And this conversation took place at 5 o'clock. So, from what I know, everybody at
they got it running apparently.
I don't know. That's the thing. So,
wait, are you sure that they didn't say your car has knockers?
I don't know, dude. But the thing is, like, no one called me. You had this information. Who knows how long? You didn't call me to tell me. And then when I ask one very obvious question, you ghost me. So that's been my fun journey with my car being at the shop. The end.
Man. Wow.
Yep.
I don't have any fun car stories. Sorry, guys. It sounds like you guys have the market cornered.
Yeah, I think so. I'm about maxed out. I don't need any more. So.
Yeah. Well, let's fucking get into it, y'all. Let's find out who the asshole is.
Oh, okay.
Shall we?
Yeah, we shall. Maybe. don't know. This is one huge paragraph. Am I the asshole for refusing? Am I the asshole for refusing to take care of my sister when our mother passes?
Okay, so I already think I know where this is going. Man, like honestly, I don't know because so it would. I'm just thinking aloud.
Yeah.
It would depend on how much help is helping, kind of thing to me. And it would also depend on man, I don't know. I'm sure everybody's like, "Wow, you're a terrible person," but
it takes a pretty crazy turn.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. Well, so I had a friend who her adult younger brother is weird, and her parents made him weird. He could function, but
the diagnosis is weird. No, I'm just kidding.
they are insane.
Suspicious is not a crime, officer.
She escaped by fighting against becoming weird, and he just leaned into it. So now he's just helpless and weird. And he's an asshole. He's just terrible.
See, that makes it more difficult.
And her parents are like, well, you have to take care of him once we're gone because he can't take care of himself. And she's like, no, I don't want kids. Yeah. I don't want, you guys raised him into being an asshole. I'm not gonna, he's just awful. And they're like, but he can't function on his own. And they're like, yeah, then save up for care.
Can you un-asshole him, please?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, man, I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, I'm saying no
personally.
Okay, I feel that's a good choice, Allie. This is gonna sound very familiar. My father expects me to move my sister in and take care of her like a child or something. My sister, 37. Is more than capable of getting a job and becoming an adult, but everyone always allowed her to get away with being childish. See?
Yeah. My friend basically could have wrote this.
Wow.
Was looking at you like, is she reading the story and just changing?
No.
So I thought this was going to be way different.
Yeah, I did too. I just brought that out because that was what came to mind. That's really funny.
Yeah. She is healthy and mentally all there. Just never had a job or a license. She lives with our mother whose health is no longer great. I'm 39 and have 3 kids and I work 60 plus hours a week. I have no plans or interest in raising or taking care of anyone else. I already take care of our mother, take our mother to her doctor's appointments and other appointments. I bring her meals and make sure she is taking her meds. Recently, my father asked what I was going to do about my sister when our mother passed.
Not a damn thing, Dad. Sorry, Dad.
She had a bad health scare and was in hospital for a week. That's what prompted this conversation. He knew I was bringing groceries to my sister and making sure bills were paid while she was in the hospital. I told him she can live on the streets. He got upset and said, I can't do that.
She's a freak in the sheets.
He got upset and said that I can't do that to her.
You can live on the streets.
That's foul.
Told him I have no plans on taking care of any more people. I did that since I was a child. Our mother has mental health issues and wait a second. Yeah, and his father, our grandfather, basically lived.
Did the person you know write this? And they just misgendered themselves or something? What? This seems very.
Well, there's some differences.
Okay.
I'm about to send this to her though and be like, hey.
So basically, she goes on to explain that the mom had mental health issues. I guess the grandfather had lived with them, so she took care of them as well. So she's been taking care of people pretty much her entire life in her family. I told him if he didn't want her to be homeless, then he can move her in. His wife won't allow that. He thinks I'm being unreasonable and cruel. I told him, I I don't think she is my problem. I don't think she's my problem. But am I the asshole for feeling that way? A big resounding.
Feel like people are gonna overwhelmingly say no, she's not. Like
I agree, but I also wonder if there's not like maybe there's not anything else to this. Like if it's legit, the fact that it's just a 37-year-old that doesn't want to be an adult, like fuck off.
In my friend's case, her younger brother
I am literally this, a 37-year-old that doesn't want to be an adult, but guess what I fucking do every day? I'm an adult. You know? It's like anyway.
It sucks because they're like, oh, well, he just can't really work and he can't function on his own. I'm like, he could.
Yeah.
Y'all never gave him a chance. Like
you never made him.
No.
It's like, dude, when you facilitate bullshit like this, it's like, what do you expect?
Yeah.
What you get.
They were so strict. This is a longtime friend of mine. They were so strict of her when we were growing up that like it was basically like she was grounded all the time. And she's like hadn't done anything wrong, you know? Who's got Larry, turn your audio off or whatever's I hear myself talking back.
I'm muted. Yeah, I'm muted.
Like I hear like our YouTube coming back in.
I'm looking as to where it could be coming from. Please hold.
I was like, wait a second. Do you just have a bunch
enough that it's
no? I heard it. I heard it also.
I was like, am I having a stroke?
No,
but like her parents.
But I'll call the ambulance.
Her parents would like. She was only allowed to like. She wasn't allowed to like go to our very small mall. She was allowed to go to the movies. So we would just say we were going to the movies just to like go walk around Target.
Jeez, yeah.
Like it was like the weird. Like they had like all these really strict rules and stuff, and it just like. I don't know.
What do parents expect?
What?
Well, and what do they expect is going to happen?
So she just became like super independent and doesn't talk to them very much because they're awful.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Why don't you hang out more?" And it's like, "Did you grow up?"
But the brother like took it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Got it. Yikes.
They also like when the brother was like high school age.
Yeah. He
would like pitch a fit about something and like hit their mom.
Yeah.
And they would just be like, well, he's hitting mom again. It's like, no, you're like making him sleep outside till he apologizes or something.
Dude,
like, there are times to be strict, and that's one.
I lit Finn up the other day because he did this, and I described this, but he started doing this thing that it's like, which he's doing it less because I've stepped in.
With the fear of God in him.
Yes. But he'll get like mad and he'll go,
like he rears back like he's gonna hit you.
But this is the thing. He's never hit us.
But it's the threat, man. It's the idea. It's the meaning.
And my issue is I know he's not gonna hit me because if he hits me, he's gonna wake up the next day.
But like other kids at school are not gonna know that.
Well, and other adults,
teachers are not gonna know that.
Other adults, and like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He knows that he's not gonna do that to like Megan or me because dude, we just don't put up with that.
Yeah.
But like you said,
other people don't know
it's like, dude, other people don't know that, and he shouldn't be flipping doing that in the first place. So, but like, so I was just like. Well, and the other day, God, he did it, and I sent him up to his room, and I was like, "No, you're getting it tonight, dude." And so he's like crying and stuff, and he's like, "I didn't even mean to," and I was like, "That's even worse, dude.
Yeah.
That means that it's a reaction or a reflex that you're not even thinking about it and doing it."
Yeah.
So, granted, since that occurred weeks ago. He has not done it, so
Good.
hopefully that's out. But it is one of these things that it's like, God, dude.
Yeah.
Like whatever parents are doing, you are either allowing your child to develop in that way, or you're actually facilitating this, like kind of thing, you know. Which might be 6 of one, half a dozen of another.
Sure.
But yeah, man, like, oh no, this sucks. She's not the asshole in my opinion.
No.
So, yeah, and that's what it seems like the resounding response is for
the comments were like, what? No.
Yeah, dude. No, oh my God.
And sometimes like I feel sorry for my friend's little brother in some ways, like. Yeah. But at some point, he needed to realize, like, hey, I'm 18, 19, 20. What the fuck am I doing? Like, I can't just, like, mooch off my parents forever. Like, I've got to get my shit together.
Well, so and this is my question is like I don't know if you guys did this. I know I fucking did it. That it was like, hey, I'm getting to this age and I'm looking around
My
and
friends can do these
everybody else, yeah,
things.
everybody else is doing this stuff.
Yeah.
Why am I not?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
and I
Well,
didn't
the
really
part
have
of
to ask that,
was
but
how much the parents isolate their kids.
true.
So then, like, he didn't really make friends.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
she went out of her way to make friends, and he
Yeah.
just accepted that he's basically grounded all the time and has to go home.
God,
So he didn't really fuck with making friends.
Man.
Whew.
Yeah. That's just, man, don't do this.
Yeah.
People raising chillins out there.
Don't make your kids weird.
The
Don't make your
chitlins.
kids weird, man.
Think about
Like-
the chitlins.
Yeah, dude. Oh, I love a good chitlin. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't think I've ever had it.
I probably will never have one. Aren't chitlins, or is that intestines?
Intestines.
So, I'm thinking of Rocky Mountain oysters or whatever, like their
Blech.
fucking testicles.
Boy,
Larry has a
are we
story
going to
about that.
talk about that?
Larry literally has the
You're shitting
Larry's
me.
top
I
story.
haven't even looked. Oh my god.
That's
what,
perfect because then I have one that goes perfect after that.
what a transition. And I
Hell yeah,
didn't
you
even
didn't
fucking
even mean to. That's
do it.
funny.
All right,
Wow.
now I guess we're gonna have to do it. All right, so
Bro.
let me try to circumvent this New York Post trying to get me to turn off my ad blocker. Where?
Oh yeah, usually if you refresh it like
Yeah.
7 or 8 times, then it's fine. They're like, oh, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
Okay.
give up. We give up.
Okay, fine. Fine.
All right. This guy, I eat raw bull testicles every day to boost my testosterone. Haters say I'm insane.
The
Doctors,
doctors
hate this guy.
this one weird trick.
What?
Oh,
Oh my god.
We added the
Looks like he
doctors
would,
hate the we added the doctors
yeah.
but anyway, it takes balls to do this extreme eating experiment. New York Post, don't
Nice.
ever stop.
Nice.
A Florida man is shocking
Florida man.
social media
Of
users
course.
by eating raw bull testicles in a bid to boost his testosterone. This guy wants to be
I don't
the
think that's
alpha
words.
of alphas. I'm sure he can. I'm sure he has some sound scientific explanation to it all.
So I don't know this off the top of my head, but I've never heard of ingesting testosterone, and I'm assuming that it would absolutely get broken
Metabolize
down.
really.
Yeah, it broke it down
Yeah, I
in
don't think
your
it's gonna work,
stomach,
yeah.
and like, yeah,
Yeah.
you have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't
dude. Anyway,
tell.
sorry.
Don't tell half of.
Don't tell Bull Ball Boy.
Don't tell the bros that on that side of podcasting. You know, Allie knows who I'm talking about. Anyway, the alpha male podcast.
Alpha male.
oh yeah.
dudes,
yeah, I'll get into that on my story.
So the gastronome, known only as John, first came to prominence earlier this year after announcing a plan to eat raw chicken every day for 100 days.
Hey, just a real quick tip. Don't do that.
No,
So this is my question. I feel like TikTok and like Instagram and like whatever social media in general, they're just creating things to just like purge idiots off the planet.
I think a lot of it goes into the whole alpha male thing.
Really?
And like guys being like, well, Joe Rogan says that I've got to boost my testosterone every way I can, and maybe I'm gonna try raw chicken. It's like, huh?
Oh man.
the leap,
That just
the
makes me-
leap to
that just makes me
solutions that these
sad.
guys make is
It
astonishing.
just makes me sad, dude. Like
You
honestly.
can't tell these guys anything either.
No, dude, they
Like,
will argue
whoa, buddy.
till the fucking cows come home.
Uh,
And
Unless
this
you're
guy,
Andrew Tate, then they'll listen.
yeah. Yeah.
Wait, I thought he. No, never mind. It was a different dude.
He's in jail.
Oh no, I was thinking that another dude died
Oh,
or was killed or something. I don't know.
we could be so lucky.
Anywho,
After saying he successfully pulled off the
wait, is he on your? Is he on your? What is it? Your death?
I should put him on there.
What is it called?
Deathpool.
Death pool.
I should put him on there.
Sorry, Larry.
No,
I will
you're
not
good.
interrupt you again. I
You're good,
apologize.
man. You're good. After saying he successfully pulled off his queasy quest without getting salmonella, the surprise The surprise social media star announced a new culinary challenge in a viral video posted on June 10th. How do I do this with my my TikTok voice? What's up, guys? No, I'm just kidding.
What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in. We're eating
what's up with the entire like.
Larry, I've got to tell you that anytime you send me a TikTok and it starts with, "Hey, so," I immediately shut it. I'm not going to be fucking screamed at.
As you probably should.
Quit sending me TikToks of people yelling. I'm not going to watch them.
Sometimes they're funny as shit, but I will think of that. I will think of that.
Go through them.
I will think of that going forward.
I usually block those creators. Like Pearl Mania, bye. Why are you always yelling?
I don't know who that is.
Larry would recognize him. He's sent me his stuff before.
Yeah. We're always told that organ meats, especially testicles, will take you to the next level, bruh.
Are we always doing that?
Oh my God!
Who's just telling us this?
Who are you talking to?
Can I clip Larry just saying that because he hasn't said anything about a quote yet? So he's like, "We're always told."
Dude, it's a huge run-on sentence, dude. There are no citations, no quotes.
It's not a run-on sentence.
Oh no, it's not.
And it is a quote.
No.
What is it called when they offset a
I'm saying I'm reading it as one long run-on sentence.
It's not though. It's just a sentence. It's just a normal sentence.
Okay.
It's not a run-on sentence.
All right, let's roll.
Cool. All right. John wrote in the caption of the clip, which was clocked up. He got 37,000 views. Quote:
"It's not that many."
No.
Anyway,
how would eating the balls of a cow? Okay. We'll go back to that.
First of all,
it's
a bull, bro. A cow is the female version of a bovine.
Yep.
That's bold. That's not bold, but that's statement number one. So here goes again. How would eating the balls of a cow not make you have huge balls yourself?
That's the dumbest thing.
Guys, have you thought about this, bro?
Listen, I ate a considerable amount of wings, and yet no wings.
Not yet.
No wings yet. I'm trying.
These are high thoughts. They're not. This should not be your normal consciousness.
So, like, if you want wings, you gotta eat a lot of wings.
So you're telling me if I make it to wing night, and I eat lots of wings.
Dude, you gotta really partake.
But okay, we have to be careful because
how many? No,
whole bunch.
How many?
As many as you can.
Bro,
as many as you can. As many as you can.
No, okay.
Hear me out. We also have to be careful of where we go because if we go to Buffalo Wild Wings, we're gonna end up with buffalo wings.
I don't want those, man. They're fluffy.
And if we go to Wingstop,
we buffy and fluffy.
They're so big.
But fluff.
If we go to Wingstop, we can't fly because we have to stop. Right? So
it's right there in the name. You try to go to rings, and this is gonna stop you.
Man, I don't know.
Who
wants pizza?
Yeah, seriously.
All right.
Jeez. All right.
Okay, back to this.
This is a science we are not. This is a science we are here to test. I will be eating balls and updating daily on many aspects.
You have to isolate. I will be eating balls.
Sorry, I'm getting lit.
No.
All right, I think I got it.
You may have to title the episode.
And updating, just title the episode whatever timestamp that clip plays. Anyway,
right. Before I can let you keep going, I have to read what Matt Redden sent me while we're recording.
Oh, God.
Okay.
So he and his lovely wife and soon to be 2 children will they live in Arkansas.
Uh-huh.
There's a place in Arkansas called Bentonville or Bentonville, and they throw a Bentonville Testicle Festival.
Yes.
No. Testicle
So-
Festival.
Is he listening right now?
I believe so.
Okay,
He's
okay.
got to be. He's got to be
There's,
fucking listening.
what are the
Yeah,
odds
no,
that
there
he's
is
not?
no-
You know?
So let me read you the thing.
Testicle Festival's why it's
Real-
your mom's house.
Dude, that show title.
Right.
Show title.
Come join us for a wild and unique experience at the Testicle Festival in Bentonville, Arkansas.
So fucking catchy,
In
dude.
Dul-
Can we
in the
make
deli-
that the show title, please?
Testicle Festival.
I do like it.
I love it. Yes, please.
Yep.
If you'll take that away.
Putting in there. Yep.
Indulge in the delicacy of bull testicles, served up all weekend long alongside a large variety of food options. Testy Fest is BYOB.
What the fuck?
Testy Fest. That is the fucking show
That's
title.
even better. That's even better.
Enjoy live entertainment and music throughout the festival and participate in our hilarious adult-only contest for a chance to win
Whoa.
cash prizes.
Whoa. Hold on. Is this. Do you guys think they see who has the biggest balls?
Ooh.
You gotta go find out, Larry.
Look up where Bentonville is, dude. Or
So
Bentonville,
you're
or however.
telling me there's a chance.
Oh my God. Please fucking hang on. All right. So the festival opens to campers on Thursday, August 24th at 9 a.m. and to the public on Thursday. What? That's weird.
Boop.
Campers. So basically, and to the public at 6 p.m. that night, the 24th, August 24th. Check out our detailed schedule on the Testicle Festival website for more information on the weekend's events, including the wet t-shirt contest, best beard contest, topless sack races, Undie 800, and so much more.
You please throw this link in the
Dude.
spreadsheet so I can put it in the newsletter.
This is
All right.
fucking wild.
Done.
I want to go. 1,
This is
2.
hilarious.
Dude, all right, it's in there.
Okay, thank you.
So holy shit.
These are- this
let me
is-
see. Please note that the Testicle Festival is strictly for adults 21 and over. Larry. Festival camping is available by registering in advance with tent camping reservations coming with 2 weekend passes and RV camping reservations coming with 4 weekend passes. Additional weekend passes may be purchased for $29. Don't miss out on the chance to join us for a wild and unforgettable weekend.
Dude, this sounds like. All right.
Where
This is
in
where all the
shit
people
is
that eat
Bentonville?
testicles.
Oh, dude, it's way west. You're looking at like a 12-hour drive, I think.
Oh yeah, Arkansas's a ways.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
Arkansas in general,
it's
I
the
mean-
west side of Arkansas.
How long does it take on a
so-
bicycle?
I'm looking it up right now. No, seriously. Excuse me. Bentonville, Arkansas, and I'm just gonna say direct.
Wait, I think I may have been there before. Is it like west? Obviously, it's west of Memphis, but how close to Memphis is it?
10 hours. Nope, never mind. 69 hours on bike.
It's like just right over the state line,
Hey,
right?
What did I say? 12 hours? Did I say 12 hours? Because it says 11. via
He said
car.
it's in West Arkansas, dog.
West Arkansas. Okay, my bad.
Yeah. Holy shit. If it was 6 hours closer, I'd go to.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, 4 hours is a lot. Plus, oh, no, I'd have to leave my son. Never mind. Can't go. Ben, you don't want to go to Testy Fest?
Oh God.
Do you think he could pass for 21?
Yeah.
If I painted a
He's
beard
a
on
little
him?
short is all
Yeah,
I think. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Holy
that's
shit.
hilarious.
That's wild.
So he promised to keep everybody updated with all many aspects on how he feels physically and mentally. This guy looks like he can't grow a beard and mustache, so he's doing this.
Matt said you're welcome, but he spelled it C-U-M. Damn it, Matt. And there's no good direct way to get there from here. He said.
Oh man, no, it's just 40, man. It's basically 40 for a fucking eternity.
Yeah.
So, all right. So anyway, so we're down to We're down to eating balls, right?
Yeah.
Y'all are.
So,
I'm not doing that.
You think I want to fucking eat these things? Look, it looks disgusting.
His whole thing is testicles, and he can't even spell testicles.
I didn't even see it.
He keeps putting ALS at the end of it.
Oh.
And then he spells testes wrong.
ALS.
He
Yeah.
spells testicles
I don't
wrong
see where
again.
you're seeing the ALS.
On the screenshot.
It's the second one. Yeah, the first one has the right,
Gotcha.
second one's wrong, and then misspell.
No, I've noticed that like any like content, whatever creator, whatever the fuck we're calling people on weirdos on TikTok and Instagram and all that shit these days. None of them can spell.
No.
Worth a shit.
No, and
it kills me.
The mixing up the your and your is at an all-time low right now. Like,
yeah. It's terrible. Question.
Huh.
All right. We'll start with Larry. How much would someone have to pay you to eat a raw bull testicle?
Oh, bro, it's not even that much.
That's a wild answer. That's a wild answer.
No, hang on. This might be it. Larry, you might just fucking take the cake on
like the phrase asking for it, but
all right. So what do you think it would take? Because it's gonna take some money for me.
Oh, probably like honestly, I'd do it for like $1,000.
Oh, that's a lot of money.
Oh, I thought you were like in the mindset of like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
No, fuck that.
Okay.
I mean, shit, dude. I'd shove a ball testicle up my ass for 100,000. So
now, honestly, if someone just randomly walks up to me and says, "I'll give you this much," that's a different judgment call, right? Because I'd be like, I'd do it for 100. You know what I'm saying?
Would you eat one for 100? Because honestly, 100 is like probably where. God, that's huge. That's like multiple mouthfuls. That's the issue. Yeah. Like if I could just like fucking swallow it.
I wonder what the consistency of it like. Is it?
Look, it looks
chewy?
like. I mean,
is it gooey? Like just like a yogurt, a Go-Gurt, you know?
No, it's not. It's filled up with. Do you not see the like? If you scroll down. So anybody out there?
We're talking about balls right now.
Oh my god, it's like a brain. It's like a mini brain.
It like actually makes me nauseous seeing all the little wormy bits.
Yeah. And the fact that he has like a champagne glass or like a glass with what looks like raw eggs next to him. I'm assuming he's gonna chug those.
Say raw eggs? Oh, yeah. I see that. I was looking at the wrong one.
No,
I was looking at the one
like
that looks like blood or like beets or something. Anyway,
this guy's just out here being a weirdo.
Let us know what you guys think about eating raw bull testicles. tetherradio@gmail.com. I want to have people submit amounts of money that it would require for them to be paid to eat a raw one.
Yeah, and also,
I mean, like, people eat them pickled and all that shit, and it's like, okay, that's very different. That's not that different, actually, but it's got a lot. I don't think I could do it. I could eat a lot of stuff, man. Can't do that.
Also, that festival, should hit us up because we just totally exposed like tens of people to your, to your
perfect.
Tens, dude.
Hell yeah.
There's dozens of us. Anyway.
This guy once made a BLT, balls, lettuce, tomato, using the scrotum in place of a burger bun. Another video shows the creative culinary whiz adding the testicles to pasta with sauce, spaghetti, and meatballs. I don't think you needed a capitalized balls. One commenter said. It's unclear how long this guy's going to be doing this. He hasn't detailed any specific physical changes yet. I wonder why.
Except he's lost a lot of weight because he's been vomiting constantly.
Yeah. Fans have asked him to measure his testosterone levels. So that's it.
Wait, he's not? How the fuck is he gonna know if they're going up?
He's just gonna get bigger balls, dude. That's what he said.
Oh, because that's definitely medically like what happens when testosterone goes up. Yeah. You get big balls. Wow, this guy
is dumb.
He's so stupid. It's incredible. Ugh. Anyway,
thinking that like more testosterone means bigger balls is actually hilarious to me. Like that is 9-year-old logic.
It is so stupid.
That's so funny.
No, I mean like
that's something that your fourth grade classmate convinces you of, and you're like, yeah, that guy's got big balls because he's got a lot of testosterone. Bobby told me that.
Yeah. That guy's got big balls because he went to Testy Fest last year.
Dude, one comment on this article says, doesn't look like it's working, honey bun. ...
Honey bun.
Just the honey bun was extra.
Yeah.
God.
That's all.
Speaking of healthy male mentalities.
Yeah. You want to hear about some sigmas?
Let's do it.
All right. I just
I've seen this term. I don't know what it means.
Good. I'm going to teach you.
Okay.
So I'm going to read part of it, but then I'm just going to skim.
Please don't hate on American Psycho, though, because I love that movie.
You're not supposed to idolize Patrick Bateman, though, is the thing. They do. It's the thing.
Okay, yeah.
No,
it's just a fun movie.
No, I love American Psycho. You have to read the book. You have to read the fucking book. It makes the movie look like Pixar did the movie. Like, and the movie is not lighthearted.
I'm adding it right now.
Oh, it's a hoss, though. It's a beast of a book, but it's one of the best things I've ever read. Also, I really hesitate telling people that because of the kind of people that idolize Patrick Bateman. Anyway, okay. I'm just reading the first 2 paragraphs because they rule. You are a lone wolf. You are an independent thinker who makes his own rules. You are confident and competent. Women are drawn to you, but you don't really care about them.
Right. I don't.
They're lesser.
Your day begins at 4:30 a.m. with a cold shower, followed by a punishing workout and an even more punishing skincare routine.
Yeah. Wait, too much.
You shun conventional career paths and run your own business, probably in crypto or real estate or vigilante crime fighting. You are that rarest of males. You are a Sigma.
Hell yeah. Dude, is this like a motivational speech? Like,
no, it just starts like that, and then we get to shitting on it. But
that's hilarious.
Either that, or you're a bemused bystander who has had a hard time avoiding content.
Can I try this again? Aww. You are a Ligma.
Yeah.
Ligma balls. Anyway.
Either all of that, or you're a bemused bystander who has had a hard time avoiding content about Sigma males and the Sigma grind set. In the past few years, Sigma masculinity has blown up. It's all over social media, and it's helped define what could be a masculine archetype for our times, supposedly exemplified by characters played by the likes of Keanu Reeves, Cillian Murphy, Bryan Cranston, and Christian Bale, plus the manosphere influencer Andrew Tate, as well as actual real-life wolves.
So then I feel like, honestly, I'd take offense to the fact that they use Keanu Reeves and Cillian Murphy.
I mean, they're talking about Cillian Murphy and Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So I don't know which Keanu role. Oh, John Wick. They're talking about John Wick because they name them later.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Pretty much as you're saying, this is extreme as shit. It's toxic masculinity stuff. But there's a tweet from January of 2021. And it's got 4 different images of various permutations of Sigma male content. And it just says, what the fuck is going on with men? And it's pretty good. It's got like if you click on them, it's got like the hierarchy of like where sigmas and alphas and betas and all this fall and like what they mean.
Well, I've totally heard of like alphas and betas. Yeah. But like, I don't understand the Sigma.
We're there, yeah. So maybe it's easiest to start with wolves. Okay. Concept of an alpha male as the dominant male in a social group. Confident, good at sports, a natural leader who's admired by his fellow men, who are the betas. The term is derived from dominance hierarchy, the way in which many species of social animals organize in hierarchies beneath a dominant male, who usually gains his place through size or aggression and earns food and mating rights as a result. And then they like debunked the concept of alpha wolves a few years ago. Like, it's not a thing because they came up with it from a study in the 1940s that just observed wolves in captivity. which this article is like, it's kind of like saying you understand all of humans just by studying prisoners.
Yeah.
In the wild, it was later discovered the prevailing wolf grouping is actually the family unit. So, like, alpha wolves are not a thing.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. Keep going. I got a contact issue.
Oh. Yeah. I was like, I don't know what that symbol means.
Yeah, all good.
So anyway, these natural systems of social organization were inevitably mapped onto humans. This is a quote from conservative thinker Jordan Peterson on a Rogan episode in 2017. He said, women use the dominance hierarchy to select mates. I can't do a Jordan Peterson voice. There are influential men that rise to the top and the women take them. I can't do it.
Dude, but his is like almost squirrely. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I can't do it either.
But it always sounds like he's trying to hold his mouth very small while he talks and not open his mouth very much.
Use the dominance hierarchy to select males. There are influential men that rise to the top, and I can't even do it either. Like,
that sounds like him and Ben Shapiro mix, which I feel like if they ate more balls and thus grew larger balls, perhaps their voice would sound at least as deep as mine.
But no, you hit the nail on the head. It totally seems like he's trying. He wants to speak, but he wants to keep his mouth as small as possible.
Like, why? There's got to be something subconscious to that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna keep my mouth so small that you couldn't even put your dick in it if you tried.
No, go ahead. Try to put try to put your pointer finger in my mouth.
Even when I'm talking, you can't.
I can't even take a pointer finger.
He practices by talking through a straw. He's like, look at me go. Look how tiny my mouth can be. So, problem today, though, in Peterson's view, is that some men can circumvent this immutable order. Pathological guys who are out there bolstering up the feminists. They compete as allies, let's say. Very sneaky. Very sneaky is such a Trump line. Like, that's such a sneaky. And then it mentions subgroups, but it doesn't say subgroups of what? I guess just of masculinity. Talking about pickup artists who are guys who effectively seek cheat codes to the dating game with rules and tricks to attract women. And incels, men who are involuntary celibate and resentful about it and have been known to resort to violence. The Sigma male emerged from this primordial testosterone swamp thanks to a sci-fi writer who goes by the blog name Vox Day.
Wow.
He is a proud Christian nationalist, a racist, and a misogynist. What credentials? Way to go.
It's interesting
argued. Yeah. This guy has argued that black men are genetically more inclined to violence than white men, that women should not be allowed to vote, that feminism was a, quote, seductive but destructive Jewish ideology that was more incoherent than communism, more bloodthirsty than Nazism, and more histrionic than fascism. This is your idol? This is the guy that came up with this hierarchy stuff?
Yeah.
Hello?
Who's looking up to these people?
Excuse me?
Wow.
So the way he puts this hierarchy is, he calls it a socio-sexual hierarchy. I dried completely up. I'm going to have to buy a cream or something for that, I think. Alphas are at the top. They are the male elite, the leaders of men for whom women naturally lust.
Of course.
Wrong. Followed by betas, deltas, gammas, lambdas, right down to omegas. All those are the losers. So this is very, if you ain't first, you're last.
Yeah.
What? Okay, so how do you get demoted if you do something that's not beta?
No, I think it's just like how you act, I guess.
Okay, so what would Omega be?
Well, it doesn't matter because you're not an alpha, so.
There's a chart. There's a chart in that tweet that's linked pretty high up. That's got descriptions of like Omega was one of them on there. But Omega is just like the worst of the losers.
Okay.
Like just a passive pussy ass bitch or something like that is what.
So wait, where was the link for the thing? Was that the viral post on Twitter link?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
If you click the thing that says viral, yeah.
Oh fuck you. Not you, Allie, but
damn it. Goodness. Oh, do you have to log in?
No. Okay. I clicked it and it took me away from the article and I wanted to be a different tab. So.
Yeah. Anyway. So sitting outside of this imaginary pyramid of masculinity were Sigmas. They're the lone wolves. This idiot describes Sigmas as outsiders who don't play the social game and they manage to win at it anyhow. And they often like women, but they tend to be contemptuous of them. What do you mean?
What?
What's that mean?
What?
How do you like women and also hate them?
Clue.
What?
No clue.
They talked to a couple different professors of like digital media and gender and stuff like that, and they're basically saying this is bullshit and goofy, which it is. It also, one of them said that this whole concept comes from a place of insecurity and anxiety about progress and relinquishing or sharing power.
Jeez.
So basically, like seeing that women are becoming your equal and freaking out about it, you know?
Do you not see this as just being like some kind of like shit off the beaten path? That it's like,
it's just goofy.
Yeah, I mean, like it's not like the majority of people subscribe to this.
No, but like when
or at least if they do, I don't fucking come across.
But when you do hear somebody that does, you're just like,
God.
Are you okay? Are you allowed in public?
It's like, dude, it's like the M&M commercial around Christmas when they see Santa and they're like, "You do exist."
Yes.
So this hierarchy here, for someone to say that, you know, women flock to them, but they're like, fuck women, right? They sure mention a lot about the women's perspective on the type of person here.
What do you mean?
Like Omega, they categorize them as school or as mass shooters, right?
Okay, got you.
The hopeless, total rejection by women. So why do you care if the top of the top don't care what women think about you?
I think this, to be honest with you, I think this is just like, I don't know what the fuck this is, to be honest with you. I think it's dudes that it's like, oh, I don't see myself as an alpha. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to try to come up with some other thing that it's like, I can still be cool or whatever, you know, and I can still like fall in some kind of fucking categorization. Yeah. Or some, I don't honestly, I don't fucking get it. Well, I don't understand why.
That little chart is saying that Omegas are hopeless because like they are rejected by women. And then that's why they have these violent outbursts. And it's not like, it's just like making fun of them for it, you know?
I don't know.
But there's also people who think they are alphas, but then are not actually drowning in pussy.
Oh no,
like,
Allie! Well. No way, those exist.
Honestly, I've never met someone like that ever in my life.
I've met
the fucking like
the most sarcastic.
Sarcasm is so thick.
At the old bar.
The sarcasm that just exited my mouth was so fucking like there that you could cut it with a fucking knife, man. So,
so he also cited Clint Eastwood's movie Persona as a prime example of a Sigma. It doesn't say which movie he's talking about. One?
I guess that he cares at the end. I don't know.
But online culture has named many more. Keanu Reeves as John Wick, Bryan Cranston as Walter White in Breaking Bad, Cillian Murphy as Tommy Shelby on Peaky Blinders, Ryan Gosling in Drive, Brad Pitt in Fight Club, Joaquin Phoenix as Joker, the evil superhero Homelander from The Boys, Mads Mikkelsen's depiction of Hannibal Lecter. Y'all, these are not people to admire, y'all. Like, what are we doing, guys?
So the only one that actually made like total and utter sense to me, or at least with the description that was just read, was the Drive one.
Yeah.
Because it was like kind of this thing that he's like, oh, I'm going to be like a fucking total and utter badass. But then like when the woman cares, I'm gonna be apathetic, baby. You know, it's just like, which honestly the movie's actually really good,
but like, so once again, not someone as a character to admire.
No, exactly.
Right?
Well, it's like, it's one of these things that it's like, it's a great movie, but it's like nobody wants
not a life that you want to live,
like, period.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
And then there's Patrick Bateman, created by Bret Easton Ellis in his 91 novel and later played by Christian Bale in the 2000 movie American Psycho, a 1980s Wall Street banker who is wealthy, gym-toned, well-dressed, woman-hating, terminally narcissistic, and a delusional serial killer.
Yeah.
But then it also makes the point. I know I love that episode.
Which one's the worst?
Also, like,
what's the worst?
Also, like, American Psycho was supposed to be satire.
Dude, absolutely. No, you're supposed to look at this dude and just be like, who the fuck could would ever exist like this? And even if they did exist like this,
they're
would
insufferable.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god. Oh yeah.
And
I don't understand the idolization of wanting to be
anybody that idolizes Fight Club. I'm like, this was written by a gay author who is making fun of this whole culture, huh?
Yeah.
Like, pick up literally any other book. I love Fight Club, but I'm not out here acting like it's a Bible.
No, what? Man, people, God.
Yeah.
People just need to get out more, I think, and just like
touch some grass.
Touch some grass and fucking like talk to other humans. Like, don't just get on the internet.
Yeah.
So, telling you. Human interaction, like in-person human interaction, it goes a long way.
It does. It does. And they kind of talk about hustle culture, and then like hustle culture heroes like DiCaprio and Wolf of Wall Street, and just like Elon Musk and Andrew Tate and all these idiots. And that also overlapped and led to the Sigma Male Grind Set, which is a set of motivational rules and maxims by which successful men supposedly live. Didn't we cover Mark Wahlberg's like daily routine where he gets up at 2:30 in the morning? And,
and it was so fucking laughable.
Well, like, they mention it and they say it starts at 2:30 a.m. He has a 90-minute workout, breakfast, prayers, and golf all before 8 a.m. I don't want that life.
Not only that, but like,
wait a second, you want to play golf before
where is he golf? Thank you.
We're all like, okay, golf before 8 a.m. Like
a good quick 9 holes in at midnight when no one else is on the course. Yeah, because it's dark.
It's a hole in one every time because you.
I just hit it toward the hole and assumed that I got it in.
Dude.
Because guess what?
I've heard that a lot.
Guess what? I'm a Sigma.
Then it talks about this Ron DeSantis campaign ad last year that was trying to appeal to this sort of subculture by talking about him being anti-LGBTQ. Do you remember this ad? There were images of DeSantis looking macho. That's the funniest thing I've ever said. And threatening trans rights. And the ad included clips of Patrick Bateman, DiCaprio as Wolf of Wall Street, Murphy in Peaky Blinders, Pitt in Troy, and other muscular, manly men, plus slogans including "A real wolf has arrived."
And it ended with
it's DeSantis. He's like my height,
dude. Yeah, and it ended in Gerard Butler kicking the person down in that fucking hole on 300, and he said, "This is Florida."
Also, DeSantis is so like.
Get out of here.
I am so confident I could bully DeSantis into actually sobbing, just with words.
He looks like somebody that's always wearing their dad's suit.
Like, give me 5 minutes in a room with DeSantis, and he's gonna beg for them to let him out. I don't mean abuse. I just mean verbal abuse. So then they talk to the guy who is the editor-in-chief of the Know Your Meme website.
Ooh.
I know.
I'm interested.
I know. He says, one of the first things I would say to somebody who was coming to ask me what a Sigma male was would be, don't take it too seriously. Because he says about 90% of the time it's being used ironically in some kind of joking fashion. And then like now people have started to meme it because they thought the concept was dumb as hell.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Then they talk to, they like recruit a couple of teenagers to ask them what they think. And they're like, oh, it's cringe. Like, it's kind of a mix of like, sometimes you can use it as a compliment or an insult, depends on the context. And basically it just kind of, story kind of fades off there, just kind of saying language changes and evolves, and especially online lingo changes so fast. And like, just super like constantly evolving and stuff. And then they talk to another professor who studies online culture. I'm going back in time, and I'm gonna be an online culture professor. She says, is it she? No, I think it's a he. Daniel, but it's got an umlaut over the E, and I've never seen that. So is it Danielle?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's what Megan's birth family calls me. Danielle.
I love that.
Danielle.
But he says, you're normalizing problematic discourse, but also in that normalization, the meaning of these terms changes and gets reappropriated by different online communities. And ultimately, it ends up with people using it in a very different way than it was probably originally intended. And the story, the very last line's good. It says, perhaps we don't need to be as afraid of the big bad Sigma wolf as we initially feared. The rest of the pack is doing just fine without it.
Wow.
That was a cool find. I liked that article.
That was solid.
Yeah.
Very solid.
Yeah.
So let me shit on some tech stuff for a second.
Hell yeah.
And I don't know if you want to include this this picture in the newsletter or not. I'm not offended if you don't want to, because there's not a heck of a lot to it. But anyway, I thought this was a funny article because I feel like the shoe has been put on the other foot, maybe. I don't even know what. This photo got third in an AI art contest. Then its human photographer came forward.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Just to totally fucking interrupt you.
Yeah.
So Hot Mulligan, my favorite band,
Yeah.
they've got a new song and music video coming out tomorrow, so the 20th. So it'll be out when this is live.
Yeah.
But they've like posted some teasers for it.
Yeah.
Instagram, if you post a picture and it's got like some pretty considerable editing to it, they automatically put a thing saying it's AI generated.
I've seen this.
The comments were full of people being like, what the fuck? Don't use AI. AI is terrible. Their photographer girl who rules, like who edited the picture and everything and took the original and everything, she commented and was like, hey, it's not AI. Dude, I took this, I edited it.
That's so funny. Yeah, that's so funny that you mentioned that, because No Agenda, they have basically their listeners will throw together something while they're recording the episode, and then they vote on it at the end or something. Fun. And like that's the whatever.
Start listening to them again. I'm adding them again right now.
Dude, it's pretty fun.
I like them.
But so their shit started getting flagged.
Yeah.
And like they specifically weed out AI stuff because they're like, dude, it's not creative.
No.
It's not as creative as what a human is going to make.
Exactly.
Like, but their shit got flagged like that. So that's hilarious that it would get flagged. But so a juried photography contest has disqualified one of the images that was originally picked as a top 3 finisher in its new AI art category. The reason for the disqualification? The photo was actually taken by a human and not generated by an AI model. The 1830 Yeah, right. The 1839 awards launched last year as a way to, quote, honor photography as an art form, end quote, with a panel of experienced judges who work with photos at the New York Times, Christie's, and Getty Images, among others. The contest, I lean away from the mic to breathe. The contest,
that's so dumb. It never gets any less funny. It's so funny.
The contest rules sought to segregate AI images into their own category as a way to separate out the work of increasingly impressive image generators from, quote, those who use the camera as their artistic medium, end quote, as the 1839 awards site puts it. For the non-AI categories, the 1839 awards rules note that they, quote, reserve the right to request proof of the image not being generated by AI, as well as proof of ownership of the original files. Apparently, though, the awards did not request any corresponding proof that submissions in the AI category were generated by AI. So basically, this dude, Miles Astray, pen name Miles Astray, he was able to enter his photo, Flamingon, which is actually really funny.
That's very funny.
Because
that it's stylized. It's in all caps with a space between every letter, and that rules. I love that.
But it's basically a picture of a flamingo that I guess is like digging in its like hind quarters or whatever.
They sleep tucked around themselves like that too, so it could just be the angle of that.
Gotcha.
It's really cool to see. They just like fold that long ass neck up and just like.
And it's literally, it looks like a little puffball on two sticks. They can, like,
tuck a wing over like their whole. It's cool. Look up flamingos.
That's
just
awesome.
like, and they sleep just standing like that.
I saw something recently about flamingos migrating out of Florida, and they were slowly coming back.
Yeah,
something like that. So
I saw something that flamingos were spotted in like, I want to say like Massachusetts or something the other day.
What?
Because weather.
That's wild, dude.
Which is also a plot line in Leave the World Behind. So I was like, hey, is there a sequel coming out?
Seriously, my God. Yeah, it's called Reality. Anyway, so...
It's called Look Outside.
It's called Don't Look Up. Yeah. No. So Miles Astray was able to enter his photo, Flamingon, into the AI-generated category where it was shortlisted and then picked for third place over plenty of other entries that were not made by a human holding a camera. The photo also won the People's Choice Award for the AI category after Astray publicly lobbied his social media followers to vote for it multiple times. So he basically just talked about, like, taking the photo and all that jazz. Let's see. Then they started talking about another instance that it was whatever. That's not a completely baseless concern. Last year, German artist Boris Eldagsen made headlines after his AI-generated picture, quote, "The Electrician," won first prize in the creative category of the World Photography Organization's Sony World Photography Award. Holy shit. Damn. That was a fucking title.
God.
Eldagsen ended up refusing the prize, writing that he had entered, quote, "as a cheeky monkey to find out if the competitions are prepared for AI images to enter. They are not." So
look at it, though.
This is kind of, oh wow.
Yeah.
I mean, but that kind of looks too clean. You know how like it's AI shit is so smoothed over.
Yeah.
I feel like we're almost getting trained to like recognize it at this point.
I hope so.
You know, it seems like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, they're just bringing up the point to where it's like, oh, okay, well, so if humans putting in like fucking submissions and all that stuff, if they're going to beat the AI, like, should they be able to compete versus an AI being, submitted into like a flippin' normal, I mean, like, are we just going to have a free for all? Like, how is this going to work? Kind of thing. I don't know. Do you guys have any thoughts on this? That it's like, oh, well, we should have two distinct categories and like obviously penalties if you like go into an opposite category, or like, should this just be like best all around, or
I think
like
it would be a slippery slope trying to get it into two categories unless it was like completely untouched versus anything touched. Which is kind of huge.
Well, and honestly, it kind of goes back to what we were talking about with like Hot Mulligan and Agenda, that it's like, oh, well, just because it's been touched up a lot and like all this stuff, it's not AI generated. It originated as a, human taken photo.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think this is going to be interesting. I think this is going to be one of those things like the deep fake stuff.
Well, it reminds me of like, do you know what deep fried memes are? Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah.
God, I feel like I've heard of it, but I don't
like
know
this.
it.
Like it's like saved a million times, pixelated to hell. Like
I know. Yes.
You know what they are, Larry.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like those started as pictures.
Yeah.
And look at them now.
Yeah. No, you're totally right. Yeah, honestly, that's a really good comparison.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought this was interesting because I don't know, I hadn't heard of anybody else like trying to game an AI thing with a non-AI, whatever. Somebody said in like comments, and I thought this was kind of interesting. Oh yeah, you win one of these competitions, and it's like, oh well, some company like contracts you or something like that, and they say, oh, I need like 1,000 images in 10 days.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit, because I was actually taking photos.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to do this at this point? You know? So I don't know, man. Like I thought this was kind of fascinating, but it'll be interesting to see like what happens with all this stuff. Because I just, man, are you guys sold on AI? Like in regards to like how powerful everybody's saying that it is.
It's useful in a lot of ways, but it's terrifying in a lot of ways.
Well, but I don't think that it's as powerful as everybody's making it out to be. Like I totally agree with you that it's like you were even talking about like, you know, small writing prompts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I could totally see that as being useful, you know, and like you know, whatever, like hell, even using it for I don't know, captioning shit or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe. But like the biggest thing that I've seen it like just really excel is comedy.
Yeah.
Because everything it produces is just fucking goofy.
Yeah.
Like, or I'm sorry, not everything. The vast majority of shit, it's like people's like arms bending the wrong way and like fingers like coming out of other fingers and shit and like which it's really fascinating to see it fuck up hands so hardcore.
Yeah.
I don't understand that, but
there was like, I love seeing the like AI generated answers on Google now and like how they're going wrong.
Yeah.
And I can't ever tell which ones are real or which ones are memes. There was one that was like, what temperature should you cook chicken to? And it was like 80 degrees. It's like, oh, we're all fucked.
Yes. Well, dude, and like we even talked about it last episode about using AI to identify fucking shit to eat out in like that you're foraging.
Don't do it.
Please don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Come on, guys. Like, but I think we have leaps and bounds to get to where it's truly going to be like, oh man, like we should be concerned.
Yeah.
I don't see it anytime soon, personally. But I thought this was an interesting, I don't know, article. So anywho, that's all I got for that one.
I have a quick update on our Pringles boy, the attorney.
I was hoping one of us would bring this because
I saw this. But please.
Yeah.
Joey actually sent me this and said, look, there's one thing woke hasn't taken from us.
Oh my God. That's awesome.
So as some of you may recall, there was an attorney that got in trouble for shitting in Pringles cans. So he, let's skip down here. He was disciplined for tossing Pringles cans in the parking lot, and got his law license.
To poop into a Doritos bag instead of a Pringles can. So.
That's a hot drop.
Show you a walking taco.
Fucking. So he got his license reinstated on Tuesday, yesterday, I guess, from recording. So he finished serving his 6-month sanction that the Ohio Supreme Court imposed in on him on November. The court said Tuesday that Blakesley had complied with the conditions, including no further misconduct, to get his license back.
I'm picturing them hooking him up to like a lie detector and being like, "Have you been pooping in Pringles cans?"
Seriously.
And he's like, "No." Maybe a little bit, but
this guy's explanation.
Parking lots.
All right, now imagine using this as a defense during a disciplinary hearing. All right, ready? During the disciplinary process, Blakesley claimed he didn't target anyone and said he pulled the Pringles prank at least 10 times that year.
I feel like doo-dooing in a fucking Pringles can and throwing it is not a prank.
It feels like a fetish. It feels like a king.
I would agree with
shaman.
I would absolutely agree with that.
Yep.
Way the fuck more than a prank.
Yep.
So
yeah.
That's not a prank. If there's human poop involved, it is not a prank. That is actually a crime.
Yes.
I think can be considered assault. Like,
dude, it's probably like it could probably be considered like chemical warfare.
Yeah,
it's
like
definitely
biowarfare.
Biowarfare.
Yeah. Because if you give somebody something that's a crime. bigger crime.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You on somebody and they don't know it, and then they flip and like get like E. coli poisoning or some shit.
Ugh.
It's like, fuck, man.
So, this guy had known the victim advocates at the center where for years, where he was scheduled to see them in court 15 minutes after the Pringles deposit. At the time, Blakesley he was representing someone accused in a capital murder case. So he went from 1976 up until this happened without any other recorded disciplines.
Getting sloppy in his old age.
Seriously, dude.
like our slingshot dude.
Yeah, right.
Man,
I can't believe that story, how that ended.
That was so crazy.
Yeah, that was wild.
Last podcast covered it, but the guy hadn't died yet, so then they had to do an update the next week, and I was like, hey, at least we saw it first, like all together.
There we go. There we flip and go. Rock and roll, man. Well, you know what? I guess his wrist has been slapped. Nobody's gonna have doo-doo thrown at them in a Pringles can. So I don't know.
Hey, can I make fun of reality TV people?
Yes, please.
Perfect. Did you guys watch Perfect Match?
No, you ask, and first season maybe. I've got the hiccups. Sorry.
The second season just came out really recently. I've just started it, but it's
I don't think that we even saw the first one then.
The first season was the concept is it's like people that have been on these like reality dating shows, and then they come back on, and it's like trying to find like who's the most compatible and all. It's hot garbage, but I love it because it's so terrible.
So I think Megan and I have seen a lot of the shows that they came from.
Yeah,
that was
you guys. Yeah, so you'll recognize the people, but then it's like new storyline.
Yeah.
So this one is about a guy that's been on several of those. You might know him. Did you watch Too Hot to Handle?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we did.
You know Harry and Francesca who like hooked up. This is about Harry. This is about Harry.
Absolutely, yes.
He is on this new season of Perfect Match. So this is about him.
Hell yeah.
This what got me to click this was the title was "Who the hell paid Netflix star Harry Jowsey $40K for sex?"
Well,
yes. Yeah. No, I remember this. Yeah.
Yep. So among my favorite running jokes on the internet is that, quote, men will literally insert X ridiculous things men do here instead of going to therapy. I'm reading from the thing, but I also love that whole like joke. Whether they form an improv troupe, run for president, or bury themselves with 8,000 terracotta soldiers.
Oh my God.
The idea is that in lieu of making an effort towards self-improvement, these gents would rather embarrass themselves. And of course, the problem with this meme is that even men who do therapy can still remain just as reprehensible as they started. Case in point, have you ever heard of Harry Jowsey? So he was first on Too Hot to Handle. Him and Francesca lost their castmates loads of money by hooking up basically everywhere.
Yeah.
And then less than a year later, he launched an OnlyFans. Is that a link to his? No, it's just to OnlyFans stories. Okay. I was like, that's a free ad, dog.
Yeah.
He launched an OnlyFans that has since brought him incomprehensible amounts of wealth. As in, he once somehow made $100,000 in 24 hours on the site.
That is insane.
So now he's back on Netflix for Perfect Match season 2. I'm probably like halfway through it. There's not really any spoilers in this. So.
Gotcha. Are there really spoilers for Perfect Match?
Turns out everybody's a slut.
No.
I didn't see it coming.
Oh man, it's so that show is such a mess.
Directed by M. Night Shyamalan over here, reality TV.
Yeah.
So after a quick trip to ABC's Dancing with the Stars last season, the theme of this season just seems to be that Harry is the hottest of hot shit. As someone who would rather chew off her own arm and wave it over her head than spend even 5 minutes on a beach with this guy, I am baffled. I love whoever wrote this.
Oh my God.
Among the first things we learned about Harry in Perfect Match season 2 is that he did not watch the first season because he had 3 ex-girlfriends on the first season of Perfect Match.
Wow.
Francesca, Too Hot to Handle season 3 alum Georgia Hasarati, and Netflix reality queen Chloe Veitch.
Okay, I don't think I know the other two.
They
don't sound familiar.
I only know them from the first season of the.
Gotcha.
Although he skipped out on watching the season, he already knows that the perfect match did not win, quote, because she cheated on that guy with me.
Wow.
Oh, God. Also, the guy that got cheated on is on this season of Perfect Match.
Yes.
It's just so fucking messy.
My God.
Things only get more unbelievable from there. During one interview with producers, Harry reveals that an ex once keyed his car after seeing that another woman had posted a photo of his bed, and then him and her got back together.
Surely we can make this work.
As for how he earned $100,000 in just one day on OnlyFans, I can't tell you what I did to make that type of money, but if you know, you know. Straight to jail. I hate that phrase.
What?
According to the Daily Mail, he had uploaded some sort of steamy shower scene. But should we believe him when he claims to have hooked up with a few multi-platinum pop stars? You'll have to decide for yourselves. The anecdote that really broke me, the one that truly made me wonder how humanity ever strayed so far from God's light, was Harry's claim that someone once offered him 40 grand to sleep with their partner. And he said this on the episode that I just watched.
Yeah.
Back in Australia, I had this guy DM me on Instagram. He said, "Hey, I want you to sleep with my girlfriend. I'll give you $40,000." And I said, "Brother, $40,000 for 30 seconds is the greatest deal of all time."
Oh my God.
On one hand, I mean, yes. On the other, who the hell would pay anyone that much for that? And this is not me kink shaming. This is me being cheap and having zero understanding of what makes this guy worth all the fuss and apparently the cash.
Oh, this dude wearing a hat.
Oh my God. He's not. The hat looks like perhaps it fell on his head.
It literally looks like
it.
somebody flipped a hat onto his head.
God.
You can't have styled hair underneath a hat.
No.
It just doesn't work.
Not styled up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Well, but I mean, like, even styled anyway.
No.
You're wearing a hat.
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. So.
She's like, yeah, he's fine, but of all the people that you could choose to bed for the price of a new car, it just doesn't seem like he should rank this high. Sure, he's cute, but have you ever heard him speak?
Yeah. God.
It's so true.
Yeah.
He might insist he's changed with the help of some therapy and some self-help books, but he's proving that therapy is not enough, and then it just goes into a little bit.
He's a total Sigma.
Then the article ends with her saying, "I'm not here to tell anyone how to live their lives, but I'm just saying, when Steve Buscemi utters his unforgettable Spy Kids 2 line, do you think God stays in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he's created here on Earth?" I'm pretty sure he's talking about Harry Jousey.
Yes.
That was such a deep line for that movie.
That was such a
funny.
fun
Look
article.
at this girl's name.
Laura something.
Laura Bradley.
Hey.
That's hilarious. No relation.
Are you sure?
Maybe. I don't know. Because honestly, I don't think I'd be a fan of Harry Jousey either. So we've got that in common.
Twitter header. It's the guy that plays Elliot Stabler on SVU having like a photo shoot in a photo booth.
Yes. Oh my God. All right. Does anybody have anything burning a hole in their pocket? Because we might have to. I'm fading.
I think we can.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. Sorry. Truth be told, I helped a buddy today put a bunch of shelving up in 14,000 square foot of warehouse space. So I'm tired.
Oh, let me talk about this.
Go ahead. Yeah.
One last thing.
I don't have anything else.
Yeah.
If you guys would like to cover something, rock and roll.
Did you guys see this bikini barista in Seattle that
I already clicked it.
Okay.
You said bikini barista.
Right? This guy got out of his car and threw his drinks like at her, like through the like little drive-through hut window thing.
Yeah.
So she got a hammer out and hit his windshield with it. Fucking
Damn.
good.
Dude, fuck people that
Fuck
like
people.
that treat anyone like that.
Yeah.
Like that's ridiculous.
And, like, he got out of his car. It's a drive-through only, like it's a little hut.
Yeah.
These bikini baristas work alone. That's terrible. That's a terrible business model.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the video, he says, "Nobody's gonna miss you."
What?
Which is like absolutely a like really like kind of a dog whistle of the whole like sex workers being the less dead sort of concept of stuff.
I totally understand. Yeah.
And like that's a fucking threat, dude.
God.
Yeah. 100%.
So he came back through mad about the pricing and wanted a refund. And he's just like yelling at her and stuff. Then he like gets out of his car and is arguing with her. And then he throws he takes the lids off of both his drinks and throws them on her.
Jeez, dude.
And she grabs a hammer and just whop on his windshield. And I love it. And then he still didn't leave. Then she still had to call the cops.
Jeez.
And the police came and they got him to leave. And she said, it was understood that what happened is he assaulted me and I responded. And then, you know,
I mean, dude, throwing anything at someone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
and no arrests were made, which is
terrible human.
Yeah.
This look like okay, coming from a guy that wears that hat, I'm sure he has some squared sunglasses on too, but I can't make him out. In the video, he's got that caddy hat. I don't know what those are called.
Like a driver cap.
Yeah,
I hate those.
He's like wearing a suit with no tie and one of those hats. And
the worst kind of people wear those hats.
Yeah,
well, it's like I'm just thinking backward. Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm just thinking like it's gonna zoom to his face and he's got those tinted, like lightly tinted square glasses. You know, that just seems like this guy.
Or they're like the yellow tint.
Yeah.
Like they're like bright yellow tint.
He's like, these are my drivers.
Oh,
these are
my driver cap. I got my driver glasses.
Yeah. God.
Just missing the gloves, man.
An insufferable individual.
There were a handful of people on the TikTok video that were like, okay, but what did she do to deserve the drinks being thrown at her? And it's like, nope, we're not doing that.
Well, so, okay, if there were words exchanged, so be it.
That's words. Don't throw your drink at me.
No. As soon as I completely agree.
Well, also, completely it's coffee, dog. Like, cut your losses. You paid $10.
Well,
the two drinks were a coffee and a water.
My question is, who expects to go up to a kitschy fucking like coffee joint and walk away spending anything less than probably like $6, $7, $8? Period.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand the concept of this. Why is it a bikini coffee shop? Or
the same reason like Hooters and Twin Peaks exist.
Yeah, but it's just a drive-through, right? So I don't understand. Like,
still see them for the couple minutes.
Wow, that's
no. It's honestly, and you would expect you don't. I'm sorry. You should never expect it from that kind of clientele. But out of all clientele, you would expect it from that clientele.
Yeah.
So, not saying that it's any writer or whatever.
There
but
was Israel Keys, that was the serial killer out of Alaska. He kidnapped a girl that worked in one of these.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wild.
Like, because they work alone. Like,
yeah.
You're right. No one's gonna miss them for a little bit.
I don't feel like we even very different, but we were visiting a friend this past weekend, and we went to a coffee truck, and a lady was working by herself.
Yeah.
And I just don't feel like I guess I understand that it's like, I mean, hell, dude, there's not all situations, but I'm also, I'm assuming a franchise probably, or maybe not a franchise, but like
the concept is out there. I don't know if this one's its own thing or what.
But it seems like it needs to be one of these things that like, you should never be working by yourself.
Yep.
Period.
Yep.
Like I don't give a shit if you're a woman or man or whatever.
Yeah.
You should never be working by yourself.
Yeah.
Like just for like safety and just
emergency sake.
It's like, okay, so you have a stroke, and guess who's gonna call
the ambulance?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm having the stroke.
Having the stroke. Who calls the ambulance? Anyway.
And really, who is watching The Watchmen?
Oh, hell no!
Yes.
Bacon in my taco. Send Oscar Mayer my bill now.
What?
That was me calling 911 while having a stroke. Thank you. Thank
okay,
you.
I was like, it does sound like you're having a stroke.
I'll be here all week. Tickets on sale now.
That sucks, man.
I know.
That's terrible. All right. Y'all got anything else you wanna tuck into this bad boy that's episode 303?
New Story So Far album comes out this Friday, so that'll be out when this episode comes out.
Nice. New Story? Is that what you said?
No, the band's called Story So Far.
Story So Far. Okay.
Also, I just have a running list of like albums that are coming out, and I'm just gonna start throwing that in the newsletter because it's just I just keep it updated.
Oh, I do have to tell you this, Allie. I forgot to tell you off air. I've got my son into audiobooks.
Yes.
He listened to 2/3 of a Goosebumps book on the way to Hohenwald, and then he listened to an hour and a half of one. He finished that one and listened to an hour and a half of one with me on Tuesday.
Hell yeah, he did.
And like, dude, kid, he's like, oh yeah, I like this. I was like, do I need to turn it off? It's getting too scary. This is fucking Goosebumps, you know? And he's like, no, I want to listen to it. I was like, that's my boy.
When you do it at home, does it keep him still?
So normally he'll play and listen to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But no, he's not like 1920s listening to it, staring at the radio kind of thing. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly, dude. Larry just put his hands under his like chin, just like fervently like listening to something. But no, he definitely doesn't do that. He does like the I guess it's our version of like dual screening while we're like watching a show kind of shit. So.
Yeah.
But anyway, I knew you'd be proud.
Very proud.
All
Love
right.
to see it.
You guys got anything to add?
I don't think so.
No? All right. Well, we're going to do it. We're going to tie that pretty little bow on episode 303. I'm going to go ahead and apologize in advance. We will not have an Untethered this week. My ass is dragging today. And I promise I will be back in the saddle next week. And I'll be well rested. I'm just very tired. My 37-year-old body can't take it like it used to. So, anywho, let us know what you guys thought about episode 303 of the Tether Radio podcast. You can send that to tetherradio@gmail.com. That's tetherradio@gmail.com. You can check out all the show notes from this episode. You can go to tetherradio.substack.com. You can sign up with your email address, or you can just like check it out at that URL. And we have all of our previous show notes and newsletters and stuff up there. Allie puts it together. She does a great job with it. I'm telling you. It's the perfect way to start your week. I would suggest that everyone sign up for it. So it's really a quick, solid, fun read. And plus, if you ever want to check out any of the stuff that we cover on the episode, it's all there.
Yep.
So you can go to tinyurl.com/tethermerch if you want to rep us in public. Now, if you want to, I don't blame you.
We understand if you don't. You can still like wear it as like leisure wear
PJ shirt, man.
Yep.
Right?
If I can throw a hat on that lamp, I don't know.
Yeah.
Beach cover up.
Beach cover up. There you go. Or if you want to have a hot Larry summer and you want to buy some sweatpants and cut them off into Hoochie Daddy shorts. Hey, you know what? All that we ask is when you do it, you take a picture, and I can post it on our Instagram and say, look at this fool repping us, y'all. Anyway, so check it out, tinyurl.com/tethermerch. I think that's all I've got. Do we have any? Oh, we've got book club coming up on the 26th.
Oh, yeah. So like 2 days after this comes out. So get to fucking reading.
Yeah.
May I suggest an audiobook?
Yes, absolutely. Lexicon by Max Berry.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to have to probably like read the wiki again and like jog my memory kind of thing. But I have lots of questions, and Megan and I kind of started discussing it.
Oh, good.
And I think we read 2 different books. So
fun.
So it's going to be interesting. No, I like honestly I was like asking about stuff and she's like, I didn't read it that way. And I was like,
I'll be going in the dark all over again.
dude, It is. I don't know what it. I don't know.
That's funny.
But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good discussion and all that jazz. So check it out. We will be doing that after we record on Wednesday, June 26th. We will start at approximately 7:30ish, I believe. So maybe we can start recording a little early and try to get majority of a full episode or something. So. Anywho, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us for, I'm looking at the time, we're seeing, I don't know, about 10 minutes shy of 2 hours. So thank you guys for hanging out. We hope you have a fantastic week and weekend. Be sure to check out the next full episode on Monday. And until then, take it easy, friendos.
Bye.
You're muted.
No, I'm not. I whispered.
It cut off.
Please clap.